Domestic
violence, violent or aggressive behavior within the home, typically involving the violent abuse of
a spouse
or partner.
Every 9 seconds, a woman is assaulted or beaten in the U.S. alone. Roughly 9 people are killed in domestic disputes for every 1 person who dies in a civil war, according to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Article 5 states that every person is entitled to freedom from torture and degrading treatment. Domestic violence violates Article 5 because it involves the maltreatment of a spouse or partner. Unfortunately, domestic violence happens all over the world, but luckily there are people out there working to help victims and prevent abuse from occurring while spreading awareness about this problem.
Mariana Pisklakova is the leading activist against domestic violence, especially in her home country of Russia.
Every year, 10,000 women die in Russia. In America, 3,000 women die from domestic violence abuse. Mariana was truly shocked by these disturbing statistics and decided to take a stand against domestic violence in Russia, so she created a hotline in 1993. In the beginning, Pisklakova would counsel women and answer calls for hours every day for 6 months. She was so dedicated to helping domestic violence victims and making sure they felt heard by someone that she began helping as many victims as she could.
She was able to open 40 hotline centers throughout cities in Russia. Her work for domestic violence has created a ripple effect in Russia and has spread awareness on the issue.
She established the Anna Center, which served as Russia's first and most popular hotline and center for domestic violence victims. Places like the Anna Center exist all around the world. Here in Syracuse, we have the Vera House, funded by a variety of grants and agencies.
Vera House is a comprehensive domestic and sexual violence service agency with a mission to create a community without violence.
We have a men's outreach program, a 12-men model that encourages men to get involved on a very foundation type of level.
We provide everything from immediate short-term shelter to advocacy with all of the various systems that victims and survivors need to encounter.
So we're there just to make sure that they get what they need.
What is Vera House to me? A refuge, an advocacy, a support, and a trust.
What is Vera House to me? To me personally, Vera House has been a way for me to give back to the community that has always been there for me.
Vera House to me has always been a place where someone can come and know that they're going to be believed and supported. They're going to get someone who's going to be there for them.
Vera House employees have bared witness to my story involving physical, emotional, and sexual abuse that lasted 4 years. They went to court with me and sat right next to me with an arm around me. And without their support, I would still be in bed with depression. At one point, I was in bed for 17 hours a day. Patience and the ears to listen to us might get your next door neighbor, my next door neighbor, to the point that they can talk like I'm talking today, because it always wasn't like this. What I've done for Vera House is a strong question, because Vera House has held me up, putting one foot in front of the other.
Well, I think unfortunately, right now, domestic violence is not something that can be prevented, but I think it can be lessened. I think having a dialogue with your sons, letting them know the correct way to treat women, to talk to women, not even just women, just everyone around them, I think that would be doing the most good. It's not something that we are taught growing up. We're not taught that in sex ed, that domestic violence can happen. And it's very hushed topic, it's very controversial, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be controversial to say, don't commit domestic violence.
Vera House in one word is family, I think.
Compassion.
Healing.
Support.
Integrity.
Trust. Vera House to me is trust.